Happy 2020 to all of you wonderful Keller Williams rock stars out there. Thank you for watching another episode of In Command with Sam, our first one of the 2020 year. And my name is Sam Jackson. I'm the Director of Innovation Technology for Keller Williams North Atlanta, and obviously your host of In Command with Sam. And today, this video serves two purposes. One, kind of as punishment. I hosted a class in the North Atlanta at the Alpharetta Market Center, and I forgot to record my class for the Facebook Live. So this is me fulfilling a promise to give you the great content that we had in our class yesterday. And two, I want to show you kind of our version of the buzz that's been generating around KDB Command, and specifically around agents spending somewhere around like $20 to $50 and getting crazy amount of leads. So we're talking spending about $5 a day to get crazy great Facebook leads. So I'm going to jump in and show you how to do that in Command versus wasting 3, 4, 5, a death of 1,000 cuts, as they call it, by just boosting posts on Facebook. I'm going to show you how to actually make a Facebook ad and how to kill it within Command. So one of the things I just want to share here, definitely join the Command Your Conversion Facebook group. That is an amazing page. It's kind of curated by Nick Baldwin, who's a Keller Williams agent up in Michigan. And also he runs another successful Facebook group called Lab Coat Agents. I'm going to share kind of what I've learned from Nick, but he's an incredible resource. Definitely follow him directly. I don't even care if I lose subscribers, followers, because he is awesome. So give him a follow. Cool. So we're going to jump in. One of the first things we want to do, if you have not yet done this, you want to go to your settings and connect Facebook to your account. So I'm just going to click on the top hand side here. I'm going to click on my name, click on Sam Jackson. You're going to click on your name, go to settings, and then I'm already connected. So you're going to see my Facebook account already in place, but you would just want to scroll through here and connect the Facebook account. Now, one of the things to not get hung up on is there are actually two Facebook accounts that you can connect here. You have your Facebook post scheduling, which is more for like the free version, the scheduling tool within Command. But the one we really want to make sure is connected today is the Facebook Ads Manager, because we're going to create an actual ad within Facebook via Command. Now, just a word of caution, when you go to click on connect or manage your account or ad account, whatever the actual the term is here, you're going to connect your personal profile, but later on in this process, you're going to choose what page you post to. So don't be alarmed that you're seeing things for just like Sam Jackson, the person, or whoever you are as a person. We're going to actually connect your page later in this process. Don't get hung up on that. Cool. So once you have that in place, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to campaign. So this is the bullhorn the bullhorn icon on the left-hand side. It's this icon right here, or you can click on the red KW logo and click on campaigns. Now, if you are new to campaigns, you will not see this dashboard full with all of the great Mwahaha data that we want. You're just going to see pretty much a blank slate here, but this is all of the ads that I have run. And to follow up on the class that I did yesterday, this is the test one that we did for 2520 Jamerson. We're actually going to use the same property today. If you don't have a listing, go through and follow through with me, but I'm going to show you some best practices. So for the first time, I'm going to click on Create a New Campaign up in the top right-hand corner. And then Campaigns is a tool within many tools. So today, we're going to click on Social Ad, and we're going to do a Facebook ad only. However, this is also where you'll come to do a Google ad, which I love. If you're not doing Google, you absolutely should be. You can do a social post, which is a free post to Facebook. You can schedule, holiday posts and seasonal posts way in advance to make sure you're on top of them. Direct mail. This is a whole other video that I have in this series on my YouTube channel, In Command with Sam. The direct mail within campaigns and within Command is dynamite. This is something I would definitely look into. And then eventually we'll have a piece here we can actually do some email too. But we're going to click on social ad. We're going to do paid. Now, before you get overwhelmed and you say technology is not for me, Facebook is confusing, I'm so sad, technology scares me, let's just take a deep breath. Clear your mind, clear your space, because all we're going to do is just follow from top to bottom what we need to do and what we need to enter. Command makes this so unbelievably easy. When you tie in a couple of the best practices that we've learned from guys like Nick Baldwin and Jay Cermak, some of the key people within KW, rocking and rolling in tech, this becomes really, really easy. So I have to name a campaign. So the first thing I'm doing is entering a campaign name. I'm going to do test 2520 Jamerson Road. And I'm going to put YouTube just because I don't want to confuse it from yesterday. And then next thing I'm doing is I'm picking my goal. And what we're doing with this goal is we're telling Kelly essentially, take my money, take my budget, and spend it on Facebook, on this part of Facebook. So I think you've all been familiar with Facebook long enough to understand that they treat certain posts, certain groups, and certain feeds different ways. We're just going to tell essentially Kelly to go spend my money to advertise my listing. Okay? Excuse me. Talked a lot today, now I have hiccups. All right, should be a fun recording. So now I'm going to type on, or click on advertise listing. You should see this turn green. And if you follow guys like Nick Baldwin and the Command Your Conversion group, they'll tell you that this is one of the best places to choose your goal and then also attract buyers. You basically want to live within these two boxes. And then down, if we keep scrolling down, I'm going to go on Facebook, and this is where I'm going to advertise. I'm only going to connect on Facebook today. Click on Set Up Campaign, and we're going to move on to the next stage. So now this is where we're going to select our property. So we said that we're going to advertise our listing. So now Command says, okay, what listing do you want to advertise? And for this example, we're going to use Lindsay Ford in my office, who is 2520 Jamerson Road. I'm going to type that in. And because this is not my listing, I have to change this from only my to all. And this should pop up right away. And a lot of times if you have an error, it's best to maybe get rid of the road and only put in the actual street name. So we have two of them here in Georgia. We have two multi-lists, so you can pick whatever one, but we're going to choose the FMLS right here, pick select, and now we're good to go. So Command is just going to ask me to crop my image, or it's thinking about it. And the cool thing about this is that Command just took all of our data from the multi-list and put it right into a Facebook ad. So like we're barely editing this and we have a Facebook ad created. It was like that. Like this is super, super simple. I've shot this video and have done this instruction a couple of times. This can take as little as like 5 minutes once you get rocking and rolling. So now, again, a big inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. We're just going to go through, again, top to bottom. We've done our name, our goal. We've picked our listing. Now we're just going to go through our ad text. We're going to clean up and do some best practices here. So I'm going to go to my ad text. I'm going to click on the configure button. But essentially the way this is going to work is what we do on the left-hand side of this page right here will show up on the right when we go to create our ad. So this is your preview right here. So I'm going to click on add text and click on configure. And like Siri and Alexa, this is our artificial intelligence talking to us. This little yellow box right here is Kelly telling you this is how you use this. This is an insight. This is big data meets AI. This is giving us an insight. So this yellow box says, hey, keep it short and sweet and say some cool things about the home. So what we're going to do is I'm going to basically copy what we said yesterday. Roll up my sleeves for excellent typing. I'm not going to use the multi-list description, and it is just stressed. Cannot stress it enough. Delete this out. Highlight and delete it. Start from scratch. We want to talk to our consumers. We want to be short and sweet. We don't want to throw up on them talking about amenities and things that are really kind of redundant. So we're just going to give a very short kind of write-up about the property. Now, before we get typing, before you jump ahead of me, the first thing you want to do is actually take your mouse, come down here to this little smiley face, and we're going to add an emoji. So for here, I'm going to go into the search box, and I'm going to type house. Choose which one you like. I'm going to pick this one because it has a tree behind it. This particular listing has 2.3 acres, so that's a fitting house. I'm going to put in an emoji, and then I'm going to type my description. So this is over 2+ acres in Marietta. Fully renovated. Home that is move-in ready for you. Okay? All right, I'm just looking at my notes to make sure that I have some really good information here. So now that I have my my number one emoji in place, I have a very nice, short and sweet little ad or little content in place. I'm going to just clean up all of my spelling errors. Then I'm going to add a couple more emojis. So because this property is surrounded by woods and trees, I'm going to find something that's relevant to the property. I'm going to come down here to the emojis again, and I might type in, I don't know if I can type wildlife. Let's see what happens. Okay, nothing. So I will do a deer. And then this is like text, so if I want to copy this, I could. And now I'm going to add another one. I'm going to add a squirrel. Squirrel. Cool. Now, here's a very important thing that you want to pay attention to. So when I added the squirrel over here on the left-hand side, it created what we call a widow on the right, meaning that that squirrel went from line 1 down to the second one. And I don't want to create a widow, because what happens inevitably, if I'm scrolling through a feed, my eye cannot help but to look at that squirrel and that squirrel only, which is funny because we're chasing squirrels in this video. So what I want to do is either add some more text and talk about something great about this home so my text expands onto the next. So I have kind of eliminated this widow situation, or if I have a lot of text, I want to remove it to get rid of that widow. So in this situation, I'm actually kind of short. I would say something like over 2+ acres Marietta, fully renovated home that is move-in ready for you. Great deal in, I think this is West Cobb. Cool. So now you can see I no longer have this widow. However, the emojis are doing their job. They're catching my attention. I'm now looking at the deer and the squirrel. Maybe I'll add one more. I wouldn't go too crazy here, but I'm just going to go in and add a tree. Because every squirrel needs a tree, right? Right on. So then I didn't like the placement of that. I'm going to cut it and paste it in between the two of those. Cool. So once I'm happy with that, I'm going to scroll down, and now I'm going to put in my headline. So what we're going to put in the headline here is this. Again, this is short and sweet. I made something like just listed this is where you see something like on the water home, or this is like the most unique thing that you can mention about the home. This one here, I'd say like just listed, move-in ready, or maybe not move-in ready, just listed, rare 2+ acre lot in Marietta. And again, this is going to depend on your area, the home itself, but you want to be very specific with something here that's going to be eye-catching. All right. Now's the fun part. I'm going to scroll down to the description. And for this part, I'm just going to basically tell the people who are zipping through Facebook, who are thumbing through Facebook, I'm going to tell them what to do. This is funny. You get to boss people around. I'm going to say, for more information, photos, and pricing, click. I'm going to go caps here. Click. Learn. Oops. More. And you can see on the right-hand side where it says click learn more, I'm telling them click learn more. And again, we're going to dip into our emojis. I'm going to click on the emoji button, and I'm going to search point down. And I'm going to grab this guy right here. I'm going to click it. Now I'm going to use probably 3 of these, so I'm going to copy, Command C, V, and now I'm telling them click more with the emoji button. Cool? Now once I'm happy with this, again, short and sweet, there isn't anything over here that is crazy. I'm just going to click on Save Add Text. That's done. Now the fun thing I'm going to do is go to my Add Media, and this is where we're going to swap out the photos. Okay? So I'm going to click on the Configure button. Now this is something that I absolutely love, and I just kind of learned this through teaching. We have this aerial view. I can come in here and select Add Media, and I can add more photos. So you can add up to 5 or 6 photos, and you want to do this. And the reason is that we're not creating a carousel of 5 or 6 photos in here, but what we're doing with Facebook and Command is we're actually going to create 5 or 6 separate ads that will show one photo. And what will happen is that Command and Facebook will actually promote the one that's performing the best. So I have an aerial shot. I'm going to pick the front exterior, click Preview and Crop. And for Facebook's purposes, I really want this nice wide photo. I'm just going to go ahead and click Save. And now what I have are 2 ads that are going to run. I'm paying for one. You're not going to see this carousel, but it's more of a sample. Facebook's going to run one ad with the aerial shot and then another ad with the front exterior. Now I'm going to click through here. I'm going to add until I max out. I'm going to grab one with the front door, preview and crop, make sure this is okay. All right, move that kind of in the middle, like it right there, maybe click Save Image. Now I'm running three. I'm running three ads. I have the aerial, the front, the door. I'm going to grab some interiors. So I'm going to run as many absolutely shots as I can. I'm going to grab maybe this cool kitchen shot, preview and crop. Hey, I picked the wrong one. It's okay. Bueller. Guys, this happens to me too. Sometimes command breaks. All right, cool. That worked that time. Click Save Image. I'm going to go through now, grab that kitchen that I intended to grab. Preview and crop. Love that shot. That's a cool house. Save Image. And right now I have 5. So it looks like I'm maxed out at 5 right now. But now I'm going to click on Save Add Media. And what Facebook is going to do is run 5 of the same ad, but with a different pictures. And it's going to perform, or it's going to promote the one that's performing the best. So if it's the aerial shot, the aerial shot's going to show up in more feeds. We want you to actually get leads through this. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. If not, just ask a question in the comment section below, or reach out to me on KW Connect. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to move my face for half a second. I'm going to go to Facebook ads, and what we're going to do is just configure basically like our targeting. So now I'm going to click on configure. I'm going to work my way to the bottom. So I'm going to scroll through here. So now, like I mentioned before, I'm connected to Sam Jackson, the person. Now I need to go to my page and choose, out of all the pages that I have, which one do I want to promote to? And you see that I've created a couple here that are just fun ones that I use for my classes on how to create a Facebook ad or how to create a Facebook business page. But I'm going to use the Keller Williams North Atlanta one for this one. Shout out to all my KWNA agents. And now you'll see like my logo from Facebook or my profile picture from Facebook shows here. So this is exactly what my clients will see, or people that I'm targeting will see on Facebook. Now, this is super, super duper important. Make sure you're paying attention for this part. If you're using campaigns for the first time, you're going to be defaulted to this button that says use a site landing page. What we want to do is click over here that says use Facebook lead generation form. And if you're doing this for the first time, there's going to be a window that pops up, and basically what it is you're going to accept the terms and agreements of Facebook to make sure that you're not a crappy person targeting people for the wrong reasons. So basically you're just kind of signing off saying like, hey, I promise not to target people for all the wrong reasons. It's basically Facebook kind of saying, hey, it's on to you if you're a bad person, not me. But you have to do this for every page that you have on Facebook, and then once you come back, you're going to be defaulted to here. You click it again, and it should actually stick. But you'll do this one time. If you do this the first time, you won't have to do this every time. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my call to action button to learn more, because we've already written about that text. I don't want to change it to sign up or apply now. That's almost like too aggressive for Facebook. We're not signing up or applying for anything. We want our clients to feel less threatened with this. We want them to click on learn more. All right. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a follow-up destination link URL. So Facebook's going to do everything in their power to go grab their information, because that's what they use to log in with Facebook. However, what we also want to do is that if I'm a consumer and I click on an image to go see a property in Marietta, gosh darn it, you better send me to a property that's Marietta, or I'm going to get really mad at you. I'm going to go to Zillow, and you've just ruined our relationship. So what I want to do here for the follow-up destination URL, I'm going to go to my brand new Keller Williams website, my samjackson.kw. I'm going to search for the listing. I'm going to hyperlink it back here. So if all of those words do not make sense to you, just pay attention, and this will make perfect sense. In a new tab up here, I'm just going to click on new, and my website is samjackson.kw.com. I am not sending them here. If you send a client to your homepage, you might as well just type in Zillow here. It's not going to work out for you. We want to send them specifically to where we're going. So this one, I believe, was 2520 Jamerson. There we go, in Marietta. So now I'm on the specific page for this property, and that's confirmed. That's the right house. Everything looks good. I'm going to come up here to the top of my browser. I'm going to click this open because I want the full link. I want the whole HTTPS, all of that jazz. I'm going to highlight, right-click, copy. I'm going to go back to command where I'm creating my campaign. And in this destination URL, I'm going to click in here once. I'm going to remove that HTTPS, delete it out, and I'm going to paste it. So now when someone clicks on this photo in real life, they're going to be directed to this page right here, which is what we want. Okay? If you're doing landing pages, if you've done that experience, the thing you can do is click on choose site, and you can actually grab one of the landing pages that you've done before too. All right. Now the fun part. Now is where we target people. So you may want to get a notepad out and write some things down here. Or if you need to pause, feel free to do that too. But now, let me just move my face out of the way. I'm going to go to add targeting. I'm going to click on this button that says use custom settings. So I'm not going to let Facebook decide where they're targeting. I'm going to put some opinions in here. I'm going to click on this bubble and I have some more options. So one of the things that you want to do is I want to make sure that this check mark here says target a custom audience. I don't want to go after people that I already have a relationship with. I'm going after new leads, not rebranding something that I've already created. So now I'm going to create a custom audience. I'm going to search by location. And the cool thing is when I click in here, it's going to pull up Marietta, Georgia, because that's where the listing is. One of the neat features that we've actually uncovered during my class yesterday is this property is kind of rural, but if you're in a subdivision, you will typically actually see a neighborhood in place here too. So you may see, Oak Brook as the subdivision, and you can target. And basically what we're doing is we're dropping a pin. This is where we drop the pin, and then we're going to advertise 20 miles out. Now again, case by case, this really depends on your region, where you're at in the country, and how far you want to market out. If you're bordering another state and you're not licensed in that state, you may want to drop this down to 15, which is the minimum we can do. Or if you are kind of in a rural situation, you may want to jack this up to 30. It's totally up to you, but I would say somewhere between 15 and 30 is probably that sweet spot, depending on where you're working, okay? So that's that with the targeting of location. Now we're going to target based on interest. So we're going to click on this add or change interest button. And there's essentially just a couple things that we're going to target here, and we're going to go after people who are looking at home searching based on what Facebook deems them as. So the first one that I'm going to type in here, I almost hate to say it out loud. It's like saying Voldemort. I'm going to type in Zillow. It's the website that should not be named. I'm going to click on Zillow, and I'm going to target people that Facebook deems like Zillow or has some type of relationship with Zillow. And the reason why we're targeting that is why else would somebody like Zillow unless they're looking at homes, right? Now, be very, very careful. Do not pick on Premier Agent unless you're doing this for recruiting, because I don't want my ad to show up to real estate agents. I'm not wasting money on them, okay? Now, once I have Zillow checked, I just come back up here and I delete that out. And now I'm going to type in Trulia. Same thing, I'm going to pick Trulia and not Premier Agent. Have it checked. I'm going to delete that out. Realtor.com. And again, Realtor.com. Oops. Not Realtor Pro. We don't want that. Not targeting agents. And then lastly, and this is brilliant, kudos to Nick Baldwin. I had not heard this before watching his video. One of the things that he mentioned is come in here and just type in insurance. And the reason for that is if people are going out on, Geico or whatever insurance website, and they're looking for homeowners insurance or they're looking for renters insurance, there's probably a lifestyle change or a reason why they're doing that. So I'm going to click on home insurance, and then depending on your price point, if it's maybe a first-time homebuyer situation or something that matches the renter market, I may pick renter's market here too. Now, I kind of skipped over this because it's defaulted. It's super, super important. You don't mess with this. I want this to be or, not and, because I'm targeting every one of these categories, not all of them combined. Okay. So I think I'm happy. I have 5 or 6 there. I click Save Selection. And now, look at the potential. I have a lot of people that I can actually target here. I click Save Facebook Ad. It's good to go. Now, if you're doing this for the very, very first time, you want to come in here and update your budget. This is the final thing that, even though it's checked off, we want to do it. Click on this. And it's really, really important that you do this for the next day. Give yourself at least 24 hours before you have an ad running, because it needs to go through the Facebook approval process before it goes live. So today is January 7th. Happy birthday, Mom. I know you don't watch this, but I got to give you credit anyways. But today's January 7th. So I would want to start my ad on January 8th or later. So I'm going to click on my start date. Let's just say I'm going to do it on the 9th. Now, what we've heard from a recommendation, just remember 5 and 7. You want to run an ad for 5 to 7 days. So I'm going to change this from January 9th to, let's just do it to the 14th. That gives me 5 days. And then I'm going to do it for $5 to $7 per day. So right now I'm at 6. I'm going to drop this down to $25. So I'm going to run it for 5 days, $5 a day, and we are seeing agents across Keller Williams getting crazy amount of leads. Again, I shout out to Nick Baldwin. You're probably tired of me saying his name. He ran this ad and got 17 leads within the first 24 hours of running this exact thing. So once I'm good with this, I'm going to click Save, Duration, and Budget. And from there, this is the really, really fun / scary part where I come up here and I click on Publish Campaign. And it's going to ask for my credit card information if I haven't done that. Or I'm going to pick between the different business cards that I have on file. So I'm going to choose click on Sam Jackson and create the campaign. And then from there, it's out the door. I'm now running an ad on Facebook. This is going to kick out to my main dashboard, in which you'll see some cool things here. Once it's done loading. But while this is loading, this is probably a good time to let me, if you're watching this video, if you're running a Facebook ad for the first time, or if this is your 5th one, in the comment section below, let us know what you did. Tell me what you spent. Tell me how many days you ran it, and let me know your results. We can actually see some really cool things from here where agents are getting crazy, crazy leads for a couple bucks. And I'm going to click Publish Campaign again because I get antsy. Maybe my internet connection is bad. Let me refresh. I'm hopeful that this worked. If not, again, this is good muscle memory on what we did here. Ruh-roh. Let's see. Cool. So even though we had some issues with just the finishing up of command, this one here that's pending review is the one that's active now. So pending review means that it is now in Facebook's hands. I will probably get a notification about an hour from now saying that it's active, like this one here went yesterday. And it's funny, I guess I didn't stop it in time. I actually spent a penny of my $49 budget. But if you do get weary, I encourage you, get a little risky here. If you have 20 bucks to kind of spend, let it go, see what happens. Don't get that like apprehension or remorse. But if something happens where you absolutely flubbed up, what you want to do is click on the caret here, let it go to Facebook. And if you need to cancel or stop this for any reason, once you open up your channels, you want to scroll down and go to the sideways kebab, as I call it, the horizontal dots. And this is where I can stop the campaign. Now, since this is my property, I'm going to do this for highlighting this for you. But that's how you will kind of stop or cancel a campaign. So again, in the comment section, or if you want to shoot me a text, you can find me on Kelly. Just search, find Sam Jackson on Kelly. That's going to get a hold of me. But I'd love to hear your results with this. In fact, it'd be really cool if we can throw a challenge around with Keller Williams. If we can just all agree to spend 20 bucks and see what type of reach and what type of leads that we can get for just spending $20 a person, I imagine we will see some crazy results. But thank you all for watching. I am so excited to provide this awesome value to you guys in 2020. I didn't even have the intentions of creating a YouTube channel to start 2019. The fact that we have well over 100 subscribers and a ton of views. I think we've had several thousand views and hours and hours. I think maybe even a day now of reviewing videos. I just really appreciate you guys. It's a really cool thing to watch kind of grow without even really focusing on it. But if you have ideas or anything else that you would like to see in Command, something like this that will help grow your business, leave a comment below. Let me know how we can help. But as always, like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you actually are the first to know whenever I launch a really cool video like this. But thank you guys for watching. I absolutely love you guys, and cheers to an amazing 2020. Thank you.